Will the audience please stand for the processional march and stay standing until asked to be seated?
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing while the color guard of the Manti, Utah National Guard Unit presents the flags of the United States of America and the great state of Utah. The Snow College Cadence Chamber Choir will then perform the national anthem, and the color guard will post the colors. Color guard. audience may be seated. Thank you, Color Guard. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the one and only Snow College. We've been serving students since 1888, and each year I look forward to Commencement Day. We love celebrating student success, and because we personally know our students here and have connections with them, this has always been one of my favorite days of the year. As Utah's rural community college, we take our role in Utah's higher education system very seriously. With a pioneering history of student success, personalized education, unique opportunities as students only get at Snow, links between technical training and degrees, and the very, very best faculty and staff, Snow College is truly a Utah treasure. Our aspiration is to help students graduate debt-free, gain work experience, and develop their plan for the future. And most importantly, students who find Snow College find themselves. My name is Stacy McKiff, and I'm honored to be the president of this incredible institution. My husband, Mark, joins me in welcoming you to this beautiful campus today. I'd like to thank Dr. Chris Nelson, Dr. Michael Huff, the Snow College Wind Symphony, and the Snow College Chamber Choir for their music. Our music program is full of gifted students, and we thank them for sharing their talents with us on this special occasion. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce those seated on the platform. As I read their names, will they kindly stand and remain standing? And audience, just please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Our very distinguished guests and honorees today are Steve Starks, Utah State Senator Don Ipson, and Utah State Senator Evan Vickers, a former honorary degree recipient. Sarah Haywood, our 2024-25 student body president, and Carson Hadley, our 25-26 student body president. Jeremiah McCormick, 2025 class valedictorian. Commissioner Jeff Landward of the Utah System of Higher Education. And representing the State Board of Higher Education, Chair Amanda Covington, Board Member Danny Ipson, who is also the son of Senator Ipson, and Board Member Sharon Eubank, who also holds an honorary degree from Snow College. Next, Rick Robinson, Chair of the Snow College Board of Trustees, and the following members of the Board of Trustees are here today. Francis Gibson, Gail Pollock, Trustee and Alumni President Melissa Judy, Derek White, Heather Groom. Next, we're also pleased to welcome on the stage Senator Darren Owens and his wife Heather, and Representative Troy Shelley. Senator Owens and Representative Shelley both represent our area in the state legislature. Dr. Robert Behunin, who chairs our foundation board. Margie Anderson, member of the Ephraim City Council, and Anthony Beal, who also serves on the City Council and is an academic dean. You do it all here in Sanpete County. Our other academic deans, Mike Brenchley, Amber Epling, Cheryl Bedrero, Michael Huff, and Lori Hughes. Finally, members of the administration and others who are on the platform, will you please stand? Let's give our platform guests a hand. You may be seated, everyone. Thanks. We're also happy and proud to welcome other distinguished guests in the audience, from the Foundation Board members and Alumni Association leadership to scholarship donors who make education possible for so many of our students. And now, would all of our faculty and staff, this is current or retired, please stand. We want to thank these wonderful people for the dedicated service they give to the college and for the positive difference they have made for the class of 2025. They're truly the reason that Snow College is so special. The beautiful and organized setting for today's events would not have happened without the many volunteers from our faculty and staff who want today to be memorable for you. And all of this effort is led by the incomparable Marcy Larson. This is not in the script she provided today. She will not be happy with this. But please join me in thanking Marcy and the whole Snow team for making today possible. Now we would like to recognize two of our very best faculty members who were selected by their peers and academic leadership team for their service. Rachel and Travis, would you please join me at the podium? You can read full biographies about these two on page 29 of your program. It's pretty special for me because these two are not just faculty members. To me, they're friends. And it's awesome. Travis Schiffman is a beloved educator who is known for creating an inclusive, affirming classroom environment where students feel valued and respected. Through his innovative Spanish teaching methods, including music, original raps, I just saw one recently, and real-world service opportunities, he brings language to life while connecting learning to community engagement. Inspired by his family's legacy in education, Travis's unwavering dedication to his students' well-being makes him an excellent recipient of the Jesse Madsen Brady Award. Congratulations, Travis. Dr. Rachel Keller's career reflects a lifelong commitment to service, from her early Peace Corps work in Africa to her role as a tenured professor at Snow College, where she supports students academically and personally with deep empathy. Beyond the classroom, she's led numerous campus initiatives, advised diverse student groups, and served in leadership roles that enhance undergraduate research and faculty development. Her dedication extends into the broader community through environmental efforts, youth programs, and poverty initiatives, making her a very fitting recipient of the J. Elliott and Maxine Cameron Faculty Service Award. Congratulations, Rachel. Oh gosh. Thank you very much. It's personal here at Snow College. In addition to having world-class employees, consider these other distinguishing facts. Snow College significantly exceeds national averages for our student success rate, and our data show that students who start at Snow are more likely to complete their university four-year degree after transfer than students who start at the university. With campuses in both Ephraim and Richfield, we are both the degree-granting and technical college in central Utah. We offer 2 four-year degrees, 7 different specialized associate degrees, 65 technical and academic certificates. Our athletic teams excel. This year, our men's basketball team held the #1 spot in the NJCAA all season and entered the national tournament as a top seed. And our rodeo team placed 2 students as national champions. Our student athletes also perform well in the classroom. The average all athletes GPA is 3.34. Our academic programs, from the sciences to the humanities, fine arts, technology, business, they all represent us well at national competitions where they compete and beat four-year schools. We have partnerships with local companies for job placement, including innovative learning spaces on site at local manufacturing companies. Snow College remains committed to being the most affordable educational option in Utah. This includes having the lowest statewide tuition rates for both degree-granting and technical institutions. Snow has agreements with all of Utah's technical colleges, turning technical certificates into degrees throughout the whole state. And there are so many other highlights that could be mentioned today. It's a little hot out there, so I'll just say, suffice it to say, Snow College is well respected by state leaders and known for the high quality education and unmatched personal experience that students have here. With rigorous academics, customized educational experiences, faculty who know your name, nationally recognized success rates, excellence demonstrated in every corner of the college, I find myself wondering, why isn't everybody a Badger? And speaking of Badger excellence, I'm pleased to introduce Jeremiah McCormick, the class of 2025 valedictorian, who grew up just 15 minutes away in Mount Pleasant. There, he developed discipline and precision through martial arts, qualities that helped him excel academically here at college. He's been involved with the Engineering Student Association, serving as vice president, and has maintained a 4.0 GPA. Jeremiah credits his hardworking mother, Elaine, for much of his success. He plans to continue his journey toward becoming a mechanical engineer at Utah State University. Following Jeremiah, the Wind Symphony will perform Transcendent Journey. Jeremiah, and then Dr. Nilsson.
Hello and welcome. For all of you here, I would like to acknowledge that most of you are prepared to listen to multiple speeches and wait in the seat for several hours for a very special moment. A moment where you or someone you know will have their name called, come up to the stage, and receive a degree honoring their academic success over the last several years. Graduating class of 2025, this degree is a tribute to your hard work and resolution. Congratulations for reaching this moment. Additionally, I know that what I say will likely not be what you remember from this graduation. At least I hope that's the case. I hope instead of my speech, you remember the time spent with family and friends and the feeling of excitement when you walk up to the stage. Graduates, I don't want to be the highlight of your graduation, so I'm going to keep this short. While preparing this speech, I thought of a time in my life that I would like to share with you. When I was 11, I had some speech problems and would often slur my words. Because of this, I was placed in speech therapy. I'd practice saying different sounds and talking to my therapist, however, I didn't notice any improvement. At least I didn't until a few months later when I was assigned a talk in my church. While I don't remember what I talked about, as an 11-year-old, it definitely wasn't profound. But after the meeting, I had several people come and congratulate me on my excellent talk. When I got home, my family explained that the reason I had been given so many compliments was that everyone could perfectly understand what I was saying, and they were impressed with my speech improvement. A lot of things in life are like that. When you're working towards something, you won't always be able to tell that you're getting better at it. But if you look back and reflect on where you started, you may see that progress has been made. Today, I hope all of us can take a moment to reflect on how much we've accomplished and appreciate where we are now. This has come from years of study and effort. As we move on to the next step in our lives, let's remember that growth can be slow. You may get discouraged with progress, but don't stop. Push through your fear and doubt, because if you stop in uncertainty, you're in for a worse fate. Remember, growth happens even when you don't see it. As we've grown and learned over the last several years, I'm sure that we have all met teachers that have pushed us to be our best and shown genuine interest in our well-being. I know that in my experience at Snow, there has been several teachers whose guidance and encouragement helped propel me towards my goals, and I attribute a portion of my success to their help. I hope we all will be able to remember these teachers and the guidance they gave us. In 1936, at a celebration marking 300 years since higher education was established in America, Albert Einstein gave a speech where he stated, "The most important motive for work in the school and in life is the pleasure in work, pleasure in its result, and the knowledge of the value of the results to the community." Faculty and staff, I hope you recognize and acknowledge the value you have brought to us, your students, and the community. You have shaped our lives, and we are here today due to your hard work and guidance. Thank you for helping us through our assignments, for pushing us to be our best, and for encouraging us when it got hard. To all family and friends, thank you for your support in our academic endeavors, and for motivating us to be our best. Finally, fellow engineering students, I apologize for my woeful inability to incorporate a one-slug into my address. But to make up for it, poisson!
Thank you so much, students, for being here today and sharing your talents with us. And again, congratulations, Jeremiah. It's now my honor and pleasure to present a special recognition and this year's honorary degree recipients. Senator Evan Vickers, would you please join me? As mentioned earlier, we've already presented Senator Vickers with an honorary degree, but today we extend sincere appreciation to him for his leadership in the Utah State Legislature and recognize him for his support and advocacy for Snow College and rural Utah. Thank you for being with us today, Senator. We are proud to have you, Senator Vickers, as an honorary alumnus and recognize your wife, Chris, who is with you today and is also a great friend to Snow. The special purpose of awarding an honorary degree is to recognize someone who has achieved distinction and has made unusual contributions to their professional field, higher education in general, or to a specific educational institution, and to bring honor to both the recipient and the institution. Today, we are pleased to confer these degrees on Senator Don Ipsen and Steve Starks. As I confer the honorary degrees, I invite you to read their impressive biographies on pages 8 and 9 in your program. Before we continue with that, though, I want to explain that we put significant thought into these recognitions. Did you know that all the commencement speakers and honorary degree recipients have to be approved by our Board of Trustees? It's important to me that we introduce to you, our graduates, the very best role models our state and nation have to offer. Senator Ipsen, would you please join me at the podium? Donnell Ipsen grew up in the small town of Panguitch, Utah, which is my hometown too. And after earning his associate degree in accounting and business administration, he found his stride as a businessman as the founder of Dat's Trucking, Inc. and Ernie's Stores. He's been a trusted leader in the trucking industry for years, serving in key roles like president of the Utah Trucking Association and now chairing the UDOT Motor Carrier Advisory Board. Senator Ipsen's journey in public service began in the Utah House of Representatives in 2008, and since 2016, he served in the Utah Senate with the same common sense approach. In his influential leadership roles at the legislature, Senator Ipsen has quietly and significantly helped Snow College, and his support cannot be understated. In addition to our own local legislators, he and Senator Vickers have been some of our biggest advocates. Don was married to his late wife, Joanne, for 59 years and has a large and growing and wonderful family. He's now engaged to Kristen Norton with his plans to marry this summer. We're pleased to have Kristen and Ipsen family members. We've got Doug and Dale and Danny with us today. Senator Ipsen, it's my personal honor and privilege, on behalf of the Snow College Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, to present this honorary doctorate degree of humane letters to you. Board Member Ipsen and Chair Robinson, would you please join me in presenting the award? Senator Ipson, thank you for the influence you've had on rural Utah and especially Snow College. We're grateful to have your son Danny, a state board member, join us in presenting this award. Congratulations. Mr. Starks, would you please join me at the podium now? Steve Starks leads the Larry H. Miller Company as CEO. Before stepping into his current role, Steve made a lasting impact as president of the Utah Jazz and Larry H. Miller Sports and Entertainment, where he guided the major renovation of Vivint Arena and helped bring the 2023 NBA All-Star Game to Salt Lake City. Steve serves as the governor's Olympic and Paralympic advisor and is leading the charge to bring Major League Baseball to Salt Lake. He is passionate about education and economic growth, having chaired several statewide boards and served briefly as a member of the Utah Board of Higher Education, which is where I had the privilege of meeting Steve. In that role, I witnessed and learned from Steve's humility, sharp intellect, and incredible business acumen. Steve is a known leader and has received numerous awards, including Utah Business Magazine's 2021 CEO of the Year. He currently lives in South Jordan with his wife and 3 daughters. Steve Starks, on behalf of the Snow College Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, we are honored to present this honorary doctorate degree of humane letters to you. Chair Covington and Chair Robinson, please join me in presenting the award. Steve is accompanied today by his mother, Debbie, who's in the audience, and also has a fan club of family, friends, and colleagues watching remotely. So hi, everybody watching remotely. It will now be our privilege to hear from Dr. Starks. Thanks so much, Steve.
Thank you. I am honored to be with you today, and I'm grateful to have been asked to speak at your commencement services and to celebrate your graduation from this great institution. I can't imagine a more beautiful backdrop at any commencement service in America than what we have today. May 2nd is a special day to me, and it will be a special day to you forever. We're grateful for the perfect weather we have. Congratulations on your achievement and for your perseverance. I wish you success and fulfillment in the next phase of your lives and wherever your journey takes you. Snow College was founded in 1888 as a stake academy and grew into a public college. In the 137 years since its founding, Snow has graduated thousands and tens of thousands of students who have gone on to raise families, build careers, and contribute to the community here and elsewhere. Impressed that Snow was founded so long ago, I decided to go to ChatGPT and ask what other great world events occurred in the year 1888. Unfortunately, all I found was a reference to Jack the Ripper, the Great Blizzard, one of the worst winter storms apparently to hit the Northeast in American history, and art students will like this. It was the year that Vincent van Gogh cut off a piece of his ear. Determined to find more, should I say, positive events, I searched for significant things that occurred in Utah during the year 1888. And once again, unfortunately, the only notable thing that appeared was something called, quote, the Great Salt Lake Whale Hoax, where a sensational story circulated in the media that a British scientist successfully introduced 2 whales into the lake with the goal of establishing a whaling industry here in the Great Basin. Now, because you are highly educated, based on your time here at Snow College, I don't need to tell you that this story turned out to be false. And in fact, there is no whaling industry in the Great Salt Lake. So based on my extensive internet research, including the use of AI, I now believe that the greatest accomplishment on earth in the year 1888 was truly the founding of an academy that would later be named Snow College. Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to have a conversation with President McKiff, who I admire greatly, and asked about the student body profile that would be with us today. During our conversation, President McKiff said that I would enjoy meeting you and vice versa, and that we were similar, which is a compliment to me, because you are humble, hardworking, and have an appreciation for the things that really matter in life: faith, family, and maybe raising turkey or moving pipe. The history of the world has largely been shaped by the simple and meek, who have become instruments in doing mighty deeds. Moses was adopted. David was a sheep herder. Abraham Lincoln grew up in extreme poverty. Rosa Parks was a seamstress. Like many of you, I'm a first-generation college student, and like many of you, I grew up in a beautiful rural area of Utah. For me, that is the northern Utah town of Huntsville, population 600. Perhaps like you, I was somewhat timid when I stepped foot on a college campus for the first time. I didn't have stellar grades in high school, nor did I have a clear picture of what I wanted to study or what career I eventually wanted to pursue, nor did I have great resources to help me. Fast forward 22 years since I graduated from college, and I now stand before you with more experience and greater perspective. And, my friends, based on what I've learned and experienced, you should feel encouraged about what lies ahead. You are living in a world of incredible innovation, some global uncertainty, and a polarizing political environment here and abroad. Artificial intelligence is changing how we communicate with each other, perform tasks, and has the potential to replace or augment some human-based activities. Quantum computing is on the horizon, and the Internet of Things is enabling connectivity and intelligence at levels previously unimaginable. This is the fourth industrial revolution, and these technological waves are now arriving at a faster pace than the time between previous ones. With all of this as a backdrop, I wanted to share a few timeless principles that will never be disrupted and the AI can never replicate, along with my encouragement and confidence in the future, our future, and especially your future. Are you ready? First, focus on the things that really matter, and don't get distracted by the things that don't. Fix your gaze on your goals and don't major in the minor things of life. And here are a few things that really do matter and, as supported by research, are the greatest contributor to one's happiness in life: faith, family, friends, and work. Your life will be measured by your relationships, your values, what you give through service, and ultimately, what you will leave to those that you love. I like the saying, keep the main thing the main thing. Or when evaluating how important something is, ask yourself, will this be important in 10 seconds, in 10 minutes, in a year, or in 10 years? If not, maybe don't spend so much time dwelling on it in the present. If we fail to do this, we can become consumed by the constant and ever-persistent cares and clouds of the world, rather than learning to rise above them to enjoy clearer skies. As a young man, I worked on the maintenance team at a local golf course. This required early mornings and the need to get my hands dirty, either laying sod or repairing sprinklers or emptying garbages. Because I worked there long enough, I was eventually trusted to use the riding mowers to cut the grass on the greens. When mowing the greens, it was imperative that you drove in straight lines and avoid what we called creating banana stripes. In order to mow straight lines, you first pick what direction the stripes would go on that particular day. Once you have the direction of your stripes identified and having positioned the riding mowers to ride across the green, you first start with a single stripe that would establish the anchor for every other stripe. If the first stripe curved, you would have to do it again or risk the green looking like a series of bananas gradually becoming more and more curved. So how do you ensure your first pass is a straight anchor line? You pick a spot ahead on the other side of the green and you fix your gaze on it, and then you drive straight towards it. And then how do you ensure every subsequent stripe is parallel to this anchor stripe? You start off on the edge of the previous stripe, but you don't stare down to the ground as you mow, or you will begin to create curves in your stripes. The lesson is this: fix your gaze ahead and don't become distracted by looking down. Now, I recognize that you, more than perhaps any previous generation, is living in a world of deafening noise that can be distracting and tempt you to look down and become consumed in the clouds of confusion. You possess on your phone more information that could be found in any library in the world or all the libraries combined just a few decades ago. You have access to endless feeds of photos, social media content, ChatGPT, and hundreds of other sources of information. In all of this, your ability to discern what is wisdom versus what is information is essential. Too often people feast on a constant diet of information but fail to find the pearls of wisdom in what is all around us. If we are not careful, we can be like the elk that consumed too much straw and not enough nutrients and died of starvation with full stomachs. Most content on social media has zero impact on our lives, and the things that most people fret about turn out to pass rather quickly. In time, you will learn to replace FOMO, the fear of missing out, with JOMO, the joy of missing out. One famous leader had a sign that hung above his door that simply read, "It will all work out." In my experience, things do tend to work out, and most of our worrying isn't productive. Instead, may you learn to focus on the things that really matter in life. Avoid becoming consumed in the clouds and noise of the world. Feast on wisdom and not snack on empty information. And keep your gaze fixed on your most important goals. Second, hard work and sacrifice are connected and essential to building a successful life. If you are secretly hoping that AI or quantum computing will remove your need to work hard or even sacrifice, I have some bad news for you. They won't. They may change what work looks like, but they won't remove the value and dignity that comes through effort, exertion, and sacrifice. Those who work hard tend to learn faster. They adapt easier and they are given more opportunities to grow. Whether in your studies and sports or a professional setting, hard work will lead to greater confidence. Working hard also leads to happiness and increased levels of satisfaction. Now, I realize I'm addressing an audience that is no stranger to hard work. I am confident that you and your families embody the virtues of sacrifice and grit. That is the culture of this college and these surrounding communities, and this will be a huge advantage to you throughout your lives. I have every confidence that what you may lack in other areas, you can more than make up for in your ability to outwork the competition. Third and lastly, the world needs builders and creators, including those of you wearing hard hats today. The great achievements are constructed by those with vision and who believe in what is possible. They don't default to the corrosiveness of criticism and cynicism. We are always going to be surrounded by people who seemingly want to tear down rather than build up. Despite this, we can choose to be builders. Or as one person said, we should seek to be found in the tent of the generals and not defaulting to the tent of some enlisted men who prefer to mock, pull down, and criticize. There is divinity in the principle of being a builder and creating. Thomas S. Monson once said, quote, "God left the world unfinished for men and women to work their skill upon. He left the electricity in the cloud, the oil in the earth. He left rivers unbridged and the forest unfelled and the cities unbuilt. God gives us the challenge of raw materials, not the ease of finished things. He leaves the pictures unpainted and the music unsung and the problems unsolved, that we might know the joys and glories of creation." Our nation was founded on builders. They constructed a form of government on timeless ideals and principles that would serve as a framework for nearly 250 years of the greatest democracy in the history of the world. Cynics and those who spend their time criticizing rarely build anything of value. We can and sometimes should disagree with others, but we can do so with civility. Civility may not be as viral on social media, but it is an essential ingredient to building strong cultures of growth and progress. The best leaders are always the best builders. They build up people, they invest in culture, and they pursue a vision of what is possible. As president of the Utah Jazz, I witnessed firsthand the positive impact that players and coaches with a building mentality could have on their teammates. I will never forget a young Donovan Mitchell arriving to the Jazz and how his infectious personality lifted the team and our community. He played with joy, he worked hard, and in his rookie year, he led the Jazz to a first-round defeat of the favored Oklahoma City Thunder, with multiple veteran star players who were more experienced and maybe even a little more talented. That Jazz team had a building mentality, and they made us all proud. Being a builder requires sacrifice. In sports, having a building mentality requires us to share and pass the ball to our teammates. In great enduring businesses, a building mentality fosters a collaborative culture that emphasizes us and we more than I. In family life, builders spend time with one another, express love, and assume positive intent in our relationships. In my professional role as CEO of a large and diverse company, I have a unique perspective on those who thrive and advance in the organization. Inevitably, the brightest stars in our company, those who were promoted, are builders. And most importantly, they build others around them. Let me share one example of how being a builder has blessed the life of one young man and our company. In 2017, I was given an intern named Braden Childs to help me on special projects. The first project I gave Braden was to build a presentation on the current landscape of media, including live sports. Braden went to work. He interviewed people inside our company. He cold called ESPN reporters, and he proceeded with a genuinely positive attitude that left a good impression throughout the company. When I first reviewed his presentation, I was immediately impressed. He was thorough, well-researched, and had obviously taken the assignment seriously. This led to Braden being asked to build other presentations, and then eventually, Braden became the person that everyone wanted to work on their team. Fast forward to 2025, and Braden is now a key young executive who has built some of our most important presentations, including on our company's pursuit of a Major League Baseball expansion franchise, our acquisition of Swig, and the future of the theater business for Megaplex. Braden began simply as a builder of presentations, and now he is a builder of corporate strategy. He is also leaving this fall to join the #1 MBA program in the country at Stanford University. No task is too small for those who are builders, and if they do a good job, they are given more and more things to build. Please, I encourage you, be a builder and a creator wherever you are. In conclusion, I hope you celebrate today's accomplishment, and I might encourage you to take a moment to express gratitude to those who have helped you on your journey. A parent, a sibling, an example you've looked up to, a professor, or a coach. Thank them for their role in encouraging and supporting you. Now, may all of you have success in your journeys from this point on. May you have compassion and conviction, integrity and intuition, and humility, yet hunger to build and serve others. May you harness technology for all of its good, but also never lose the irreplaceable value of human touch. And may you remember that in finding Snow College, you found yourself and will always be better for it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Steve. I don't know how our graduates could have heard a more perfectly composed message. And graduates, if you will take that advice into your lives, you will be successful in every way. Thank you, Don and Steve, now Dr. Ibsen and Dr. Starks, for being with us today. And thank you for the impact you've made and continue to make in our state and at Snow College. As we love to say here at Snow, and now extend to you, once a Badger, always a Badger. I would like to note that everyone we've recognized today, Dr. Keller, Professor Schiffman, Dr. Senator Vickers, Dr. Ibsen, Dr. Starks, as well as all of those on our platform, are people who make a difference in the lives of others. They represent the very best of civic-minded individuals who want to make the world a better place. Students, you and all of us are so lucky that we can add these people to our list of individuals to learn from and emulate. Now, to our many alumni who are here with us today, would you please stand? Snow College alumni. Thank you, alumni. You may be seated. We welcome you home and invite you to continue to help expand our Badger family. We frequently hear from alumni about the significant impact that Snow College had in their lives. Even after transferring and graduating from a university, and in many cases graduate school, our alumni say that Snow College was their most important and impactful educational experience. I want to just say that we're now in the 5th generation of Snow College students, and I know that we have graduates in the audience who are 5th generation Snow College students and their families. The very best thing that you can do for Snow, all of you out there, is to trust us with your students and recommend Snow to your neighbors and friends. Thank you, alumni, for joining us today. Well, today another 1,500 graduates join our alumni ranks. Class of 2025. We hope you will continue to share your Snow College pride with others. Come back and visit campus often. We hope you'll always consider Snow College home. Before our provost, Dr. Michael Austin, officially presents the class of 2025, please allow me to say a brief word about our offerings and give a brief snapshot of these incredible graduating students. A combined 1,780 degrees and certificates will be awarded this year on our Richfield and Ephraim campuses. The average age of our student graduates is 22, and the oldest is 59 years old. It's never too late. Students come to Snow from many places. Every single county in the state of Utah is represented today. Thank you, Daggett County, for coming through for us. The last 2 years, we've been lacking once. Thank you, Daggett County. Our graduates come from 24 states and from 23 nations. Nearly 700 graduates have received academic honors. That's a 3.5 GPA or higher, and they're wearing gold, silver, and blue cords today, depending on their GPA. And so, for all of your accomplishments, we say, congratulations, class of 2025. And now the moment the graduates have all been waiting for. By authority granted to Snow College under the laws of Utah and by the authority of the Utah Board of Higher Education, students who have completed 2 years of satisfactory college study are awarded the associate degree. These degrees are in the areas of arts, science, nursing, business, engineering, and applied science. In addition to the associate degree, diplomas and certificates of completion are awarded to students who have completed these requirements. Candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates will be presented by Dr. Austin, Provost.
Candidates for graduation, please stand. President McKiff, on behalf of the faculty, I present the candidates for associate degrees, diplomas, and certificates. These candidates have all completed the requirements for these awards, and the candidacy has been approved by the Board of Trustees. I recommend that these degrees be awarded to them.
Candidates, you have fulfilled all of the requirements for the appropriate associate degree, diploma, or certificate of completion, and have been recommended by the faculty and Snow College Board of Trustees for graduation. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in the Utah Board of Higher Education and then delegated to me, I confer upon you the appropriate degree.
Graduates, please be seated. And then we will have you come forward row by row.
Chair Robinson and Chair Covington, please now join Mark and me on the front of the stage to present the diplomas. Our Academic Affairs Leadership Team will take their place to present the names, and our ushers will assist students with logistics.
Devonte Cruz, Associate of Science.
Hyatt Wade, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Kaylee A. Madsen, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Tess E. Larson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Ashley M. Johnson, Associate of Science.
Ellie Graff, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Max M. Graff, Associate of Science.
Paris Wrights, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Carolee Ward, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Levi Reber, Certificate of Completion.
Andrew D. Mower, Associate of Science.
Brendan Smith, Associate of Science.
Domenica V. Gaucho Moya, Associate of Science, Business, magna cum laude.
Luz Adam, Associate of Science.
Vanessa Adame Takuba, Associate of Science.
Chloe Bytheway, Associate of Science.
Emil E. Garcia Pavon, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Tesla Holmes, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Cassandra Argyle, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Eric B. Sandberg, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Nathan B. Hunter, Associate of Arts, cum laude.
Hannah L. Barnett, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Harrison Gee, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Kayla Bascom, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Erica Adams, Associate of Science, Nursing, cum laude.
Rachel E. Clegg, Associate of Science, Nursing.
Carmen A. Medina, Associate of Science, Nursing, summa cum laude.
Joshua A. Monson, Associate of Science, Joshua Monson, Bachelor of Music with an emphasis in commercial music.
Moises L. Ruiz, Associate of Science.
Michelle Prowse, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Sierra D. Greenhala, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Christy R. Peterson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Hannah Hardy, Associate of Science.
Grace Johnson, Associate of Science.
Vicki E. Richards, Certificate of Proficiency.
Carly Hurst, Associate of Science.
Mallory Richards, Certificate of Proficiency.
Kiera Lentz, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Shaylin Hale, Associate of Science.
Dawson Peters, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Juan Pablo Acuña Hernandez, Associate of Science.
Nelson Celovos Rios, Associate of Science.
Francisco Escudero, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Miguel Gonzalez, Associate of Science.
Esteban Villegas, Associate of Science.
Isabella Williamson, Associate of Science.
Cheyenne Lounsbury, Associate of Science.
Ethan Munford, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Danica Diaz, Certificate of Completion.
Peyton Jepson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Teresa Morgan, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Caitlin Durbridge, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Jasmine A. Atutiga, Associate of Science.
Cassandra Mariscal, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Kate B. Wilson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Caitlin Brewer, Associate of Science.
Rebecca S. Johnson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Julie Hazard, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Parker Smith, Associate of Science and Bachelor of Music with an emphasis in commercial music.
Shayla Florence, Associate of Science.
Heather M. Clough, Associate of Science and Certificate of Proficiency.
Jens Blades, Bachelor of Music with an emphasis in commercial music and an Associate of Science.
Azalee Meadows, Bachelor's of Music with an emphasis in commercial music, and Associate of Arts, cum laude.
Autumn Self, Associate of Science.
Azelia Salvatova, Associate of Arts, cum laude.
Nicholas Rufino Pinto, Associate of Science.
Martin Hurtado Medina, Associate of Pre-Engineering, cum laude.
Daniel Endara, Associate of Science.
Sergio A. Sanchez, Associate of Science.
Johan Quejas, Associate of Science.
John Ussing, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Ryan Griffiths, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Rodolfo Di Copomalageni, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Eddie Chambers, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Minami Mano, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Arafa Kiragani, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Amanda Gawa, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Edmund Quache, Associate of Science.
Tushaba Yasuda, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Caleb Rasmussen, Associate of Science.
Mahalia E. McGill, Associate of Science.
Sarah Haywood, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Trevin Condor, Associate of Science.
Patso Mu Tapusa, Associate of Science.
Isaac B. Powell, Associate of Science.
Juan Diego Greertron, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Antonio J. Abron, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Jenna D. Partridge, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Cadence M. Hansen, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Ivy Davis, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Allie Nielsen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Bracken Moss, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Nico B. Barnaby, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Layla Barnaby, Associate of Science.
Sophia Salazar, Associate of Science.
David Fletcher, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Barrett Brooks, Associate of Science, magna cum laude, and Certificate of Completion.
Gavin Reynolds, Associate of Science, magna cum laude. Gavin Reynolds, Associate of Applied Science, magna cum laude, and Certificate of Completion.
Max C. Smith, Associate of Science.
Joaquin Pinto, Associate of Science.
Roxana A. Ross, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Valentina Rocha Quintero, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Abigail Chun, Associate of Science.
Nuria Rodales Souza, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Henry Jimenez Espinosa, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Natalie Vasquez, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Alan Isaac Breve Matute, Associate of Applied Science.
Gustavo Moreno Arturez, Associate of Science.
Jesus E. Benitez Rodriguez, Associate of Science.
Valeria Meja Barreros, Associate of Science.
Nicholas Zindi, Associate of Science Business, summa cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Juan Tovar Rodriguez, Associate of Pre-Engineering, magna cum laude.
Natalia Cardenas Alcivar, Associate of Science, cum laude, and Certificate of Technical Education.
Isabella Atun, Associate of Science.
Rodrigo Troncones, Associate of Science, Business.
Justice Patterson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Alexis A. Ubitas, Associate of Science in Business, magna cum laude.
Nicholas Sarmento, Associate of Science.
Nicolas F. Menasea, Associate of Science.
Jocelyn Baker, Associate of Science. Jocelyn Baker, Certificate of Technical Education.
Ali N. Dorman, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Abigail J. Rogers, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Christopher M. Lowry, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Anna R. Rooks, Associate of Science.
Brenna Robbins, Certificate of Completion.
Maddie Stewart, Certificate of Completion.
Valerie Arnold, Certificate of Completion. Mariana Woods, Certificate of Completion. Charity E. Allen, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Kaylee Hanks, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Andrew W. Turner, Associate of Science.
Allie Chittister, Associate of Science.
Abigail E. Anderson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Kaylee E. Anderson, Associate of Science in Business, summa cum laude, and Associate of Science.
Sierra A. Babcock, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Carrie Everett, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Sophie Christensen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Colby M. Christensen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ashton T. Anderson, Associate of Applied Science.
Cade K. Jorgensen, Associate of Pre-Engineering and Associate of Science.
Cameron W. Dick, Associate of Pre-Engineering, cum laude.
Eamon E. Funk, Associate of Pre-Engineering, summa cum laude.
Richard Tebas Hadley, Associate of Pre-Engineering and Associate of Science.
Natalie Vlam, Associate of Pre-Engineering, cum laude, Associate of Science.
Kimber Ray, Associate of Science.
Heidi M. Mortensen, Associate of Science and Nursing, cum laude.
Kylan Mortensen, Associate of Pre-Engineering, summa cum laude, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Eli E. Snow, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Nathan Bartholomew, Associate of Applied Science, magna cum laude, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Savannah S. Wing, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Mackenzie Lind, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Desiree F. Gibby, Associate of Pre-Engineering, cum laude, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Haley A. Jex, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Clarissa Quigley, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Abby I. Richards, Associate of Science.
Hallie A. Wilson, Associate of Science.
McKaylee S. Brown, Associate of Science.
Adela M. Allred, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Brady Cox, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Elisa Peula, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Ayana K. Be, Associate of Science.
Lilikoi Sugaturaga, Associate of Science.
Vanessa O. Nua, Associate of Science.
Jonique F. Cunningham, Associate of Science.
Thomas Alarcon, Associate of Fine Arts.
Rebecca A. Hopkins, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Madison Poire, Associate of Science.
Teresa E. Quara, Associate of Science.
Kelsey F. Garcia Morales, Associate of Science, magna cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Henry E. Suarez Mero, Associate of Science.
Isaac D. Hernandez Gomez, Associate of Science.
Andrea R. Rodriguez Vasquez, Associate of Science.
Maria C. Cortez Salguero, Associate of Science.
Valentina I. Jimenez Segovia, Associate of Science.
Oscar E. Contreras, Associate of Science.
Angie Cardenas, Associate of Science.
Ninka Sabaya, Associate of Science.
Emilio Nunez Garay, Associate of Science.
Daphne A. Espinosa Arboleda, Associate of Science.
Bailey J. Burr, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Hannah Provost, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Kayla J. Esperson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Haley A. Bracken, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ramsey Kornberg, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Megan J. Adams, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Michaela Anderson, Associate of Science.
Yeah. Sedichai Baker Rosvajong, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Dominique S. Atanzio, Associate of Science.
Leonardo J. Paulson, Associate of Science.
Laird Paskett, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Trevor E. Ward, Associate of Science.
Carly Whitaker, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
John W. Whitaker, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
L. Cheney, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Dylan Goringe, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Savannah F. Richens, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Braylon L. Proctor, Associate of Science.
Carter D. Jones, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Ava R. von Niederhausen, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Zachary D. Ivy, Associate of Science, magna cum laude, Certificate of Proficiency.
Alexi Mortensen, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Raina Couture, Associate of Science.
Mason T. Cutrer, Associate of Science.
Caitlin Bernard, Associate of Science.
Shaylin Desmarius, Associate of Science, cum laude, Certificate or Associate of Pre-Engineering, cum laude.
Colby Wendell, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Abigail Anderson, Associate of Science and Certificate of Proficiency.
Janie Anderson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
McKaylee T. Clark, Certificate of Technical Education.
Cade R. Huntington, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Avery E. Huntington, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Tanner J. Justison, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Shane E. Arnoldson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Nathan R. Squire, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Aubrey A. Lunt, Associate of Science, Business, cum laude. Associate of Science, cum laude.
Sadie Cox, Associate of Science.
Marcy Barnes, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Zachary B. Hadfield, Associate of Science.
Kayla L. Carter, Associate of Science, Certificate of Teaching English as a Second Language.
Jenna G. Pratt, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Cameron M. Cox, Associate of Pre-Engineering, magna cum laude.
Dustin J. Hall, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Miriam S. Williams, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Joshua J. Williams, Associate of Science.
Caleb Smith, Associate of Science.
Joshua L. Cox, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Cameron Croxford, Associate of Arts.
Britton Stevens, Associate of Science.
Cambry M. Pearson, Associate of Science.
McKenna K. Witcherly, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Jordan M. Hilton, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Gentry Stevens, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ava B. Lamb, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Emery Wallace, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Avery M. Jensen, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Brinley E. Green, Associate of Science.
Krista J. Squire, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Rose L. Hinckley, Associate of Arts, summa cum laude.
Jessica L. Morrill, Associate of Science.
Carson Harris, Associate of Science.
Brinley Monson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Brianne M. Gardner, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Tanner J. Gardner, Associate of Science.
Morgan R. Cowley, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Gabriella A. Bruce, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Sally R. Owens, Associate of Science, summa cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Brady R. Garner, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Riley A. Kershaw, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Caitlin D. Cunningham, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Audrey G. Westwood, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Miguel Mendoza, Associate of Science.
Trinity A. Birch, Associate of Science and Certificate of Proficiency.
Coleman M. Ford, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Boyden T. Watkins, Associate of Science.
John J. Lee, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Bennett Norris, Associate of Science.
Thomas S. Naylor, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Caleb Child, Associate of Science.
Lawson Black, Associate of Science.
Austin D. Scott, Associate of Science.
Ray Goebel, Associate of Applied Science.
Stephen C. Buhner, Associate of Applied Science.
Alexis N. Joberg, Associate of Science.
Cameron Mamalis, Associate of Science.
Brian R. Inman, Associate of Science.
Macy L. Christensen, Associate of Science.
Morgan L. Bingham, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Ava Grace Dunkley, Associate of Science.
Kinsley F. Davis, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Cody R. Smith, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Hunter C. McCullough, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Aspen Lang, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Brooklyn R. Gokrietz, Associate of Science.
Eliza Shepard, Associate of Pre-Engineering, Associate of Science.
Samuel J. Olson, Associate of Science.
Charles M. Peterson, Associate of Fine Arts, magna cum laude.
Isabel G. Isabel G. Hostinis, Associate of Fine Arts.
Erica Thomas, Associate of Fine Arts, summa cum laude.
Lamam. Alia J. Lamlan, Associate of Fine Arts, magna cum laude.
Elizabeth Cheshire, Associate of Fine Arts, cum laude.
Paige Eisen, Associate of Fine Arts, summa cum laude.
Julia Maria Wells, Associate of Fine Arts, magna cum laude.
Bradley T. Eggleston, Associate of Science.
Caleb E. Lucero, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ashlyn R. Palmer, Associate of Science.
Paige Larson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Brinley M. Larson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Jacoy Vandiver, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Hannah G. Winger, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Cordell V. Clough, Associate of Science, summa cum laude. Jaden B. Littlefield, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Isabella J. Nelson, Associate of Science.
Kinley K. Jessen, Associate of Science.
Madeline Styler, Certificate of Completion.
Mason J. Daybell, Associate of Science.
Melanie Peacock, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Samara Chacon Estrada, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Caitlin Monson, Associate of Arts.
Rebecca H. Burnham, Associate of Science.
Sarah A. Goodman, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Garen D. Humphreys, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Luke Asiasiga, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Lucius Asiagia, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Catherine A. Dunn, Associate of Science.
Alita Cooper, Associate of Science.
Eliana C. Thayers, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Annalise E. Wright, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Courtney Jacobson, Associate of Science.
Skylie E. Anderson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Kristen M. Remkes, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Tyler Reed Abercrombie, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Nathan M. Bingham, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Whitney Walker, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Romney Andreasen, Associate of Arts, magna cum laude.
Lydia Mae Ferguson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude. Associate of Pre-Engineering, magna cum laude.
Grant J. Wilson, Certificate of Technical Education and Certificate of Technical Education.
Jonathan W. Pearson, Associate of Science.
Devin B. Jensen, Associate of Science.
R.J. Rose, Associate of Science in Business, magna cum laude.
Aurora C. Smith, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Juliet R. Forbush, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Emily R. Jones, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Catherine L. Crouch, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Savannah Thompson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Joshua A. England, Associate of Science.
Abigail E. Woodward, Associate of Science and Certificate of Proficiency, magna cum laude.
Serena C. Miller, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Rebecca Lake, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Jaden C. Back, Associate of Science, cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Ryan P. Leifson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
James McKinnon, Associate of Science.
Reagan C. Ridge, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Aspen Dent, Certificate of Completion.
Cabry Brotherson, Certificate of Completion.
Joseph D. Bundy, Associate of Science.
Kami L. Freestone, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Miriam Ava Brophy, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Annie Ray Shelley, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Emma Turner, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Brianne R. Miles, Associate of Science.
Heather C. Johnson, Associate of Science.
J.C. L. Westring, Associate of Science.
Sydney C. Sherwood, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Brooke H. Johansson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Rebecca E. Timothy, Associate of Applied Science.
Jackson Hillhouse, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Aubrey Darrington, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Chloe Crockett, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Alyssa Christiansen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Abigail C. Robbins, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Brickell Lyon, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ethan C. Perry, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Zachary J. Robinson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Isabella J. Erickson, Associate of Fine Arts.
Jason Buchanan, Associate of Science and Certificate of Proficiency.
Adam W. Nez, Associate of Science.
Peyton Andreasen, Associate of Science, cum laude, Certificate of Technical Education.
Cheyenne K. Shopey, Associate of Science.
Adam M. Turnbow, Associate of Science.
Mia G. Midgley, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Julia Laidlaw, Associate of Science.
Miley L. Wolfenden, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Alyssa Hogan, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Cassidy L. Thomas, Associate of Science.
Bailey Cox, Associate of Science.
Benjamin A. Rasmussen, Associate of Science.
Hunter W. Christensen, Associate of Applied Science, cum laude.
Noland R. Hansen, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Kyler J. Bartlett, Associate of Science.
Colburn C. Curl, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Giorgio Bernal, Associate of Applied Science, cum laude.
Carter J. Bezenant, Associate of Applied Science, cum laude.
Elijah K. Beagley, Associate of Science, cum laude, Associate of Applied Science, cum laude.
Jared B. Maxwell, Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Science.
Landon K. Bullock, Associate of Science.
Sydney R. Johnson, Associate of Science.
Taryn Aaron, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Jordan B. Olson, Associate of Science.
Lindsay Olson, Certificate of Completion.
Hannah Madsen, Associate of Science.
Alieska K. Giles, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Jaron Peckham, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Madison R. Worthington, Associate of Science.
Pardon me? Madison L. Tiedland, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Riley E. Jarvis, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Charlie K. Sanderson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Sydney K. Shorman, Associate of Applied Science, cum laude.
Brinkley M. Francom, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Cade M. Frankum, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ellie Assay, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Libby C. Draper, Associate of Science.
Olivia Carver, Associate of Science.
Jackson Reyes, Associate of Science.
Fernando Montaño Nieto, Associate of Science.
Angel J. Navarrete, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Justice C. Rockhill, Associate of Science.
Ethan Earl, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Samuel Leifson, Certificate of Completion.
Kobe Johnson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Zenick Stocking, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Austin Vasquez, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Faith Downing, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Cassie Argyle, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Hillary Rex, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Brenley Hatch, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Camry Call, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Chasey J. Lyman, Associate of Science.
Capri Lyman, Associate of Science.
Caden Peterson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Mia L. Hamilton, Associate of Science.
Phoenix Miera, Associate of Science.
Ira Bowman, Associate of Science, cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Rance L. Christensen, Associate of Applied Science, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Justin S. Peterson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Riley Bentley, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Mark J. Olson, Associate of Science, Associate of Applied Science.
Josie Howick Olson, Associate of Science.
Jocelyn E. Kiesel, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Sadie L. Cowley, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Haley A. Larson, Associate of Science.
Savannah Wallace, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Cassia R. Crabb, Associate of Science.
Claire L. Teisch, Associate of Arts, summa cum laude.
Katerina Stefanoff, Associate of Science.
Shannon L. Nelson, Associate of Science.
Cecilia T. Takiejo, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Bree Rollins, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
M.J. Rollins, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Cooper T. Sparks, Associate of Science.
Last name? Jacob A. Mitzvotai, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Macy Reese, Certificate of Completion.
Reese Yama, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Mikkel Hamilton, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Nolan G. Bullethead, Associate of Science.
Oscar J. Jensen, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Isaac R. Atkinson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Heather Gee, Associate of Science and Business, summa cum laude.
Megan Allen, Associate of Science.
Abigail D. Nelson, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Morgan Lambert, Associate of Science.
Ashley Murphy, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Jaden J. Allen, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Adam N. Olson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Heber Snell, Associate of Applied Science.
Paige R. MacArthur, Associate of Science and Certificate of Proficiency.
Matthew R. Carey, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Anna Hicken, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Charlotte E. Grinstaff, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Camilla V. Christensen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Camille I. Christensen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ariana S. Lang, Associate of Science in Business, summa cum laude, and Certificate of Proficiency.
Helen M. Wheeler, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Gabrielle O. Nelson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Emma R. Woods, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Janessa C. Dykes, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Olivia Fallon Gonzalez, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Taryn Williams, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Kiara or Sierra? Sierra Anderson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Lucy Oldroyd, Associate of Science, Certificate of Proficiency, summa cum laude.
Aiden S. Pace, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Senna Amavor, Associate of Science.
Nathaniel D. Freeman, Associate of Science.
Emily A. Riding, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Kylie Morris, Associate of Science in Business, summa cum laude.
Hadley T. Monroe, Associate of Science.
Joanna Rodriguez, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Citlali Ortiz Ocio, Associate of Science, magna cum laude, Certificate of Technical Education.
Blanca H. Nieves Santiago, Associate of Science.
Chinar Baza Muhammadova, Associate of Science.
Leila M. Machaca Serna, Associate of Pre-Engineering and Associate of Science.
Grace Carolina Tovar, Associate of Pre-Engineering, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Daphne G. Enriquez, Certificate of Technical Education and Associate of Science.
Paola Reyes, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Jamie or Jaime? Jamie G. Andalucia, Associate of Science.
Angie Ordonez, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Allison Romero, Associate of Arts, summa cum laude.
Isabella G. Perez, Associate of Pre-Engineering, summa cum laude.
Marcela Roman, Associate of Arts.
Santiago Munoz Ramirez, Associate of Science.
Emerson D. Sanchez, Associate of Science.
Kyra P. Robbins, Associate of Science.
Colby Conover, Associate of Science.
Porter R. Harris, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Ray F. Ivy, Associate of Science.
Haley N. Greco, Associate of Science.
Maurice Curry, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Cody Dean, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Brittany M. Maldonado, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Jamie A. Kirkham, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Isabel Hunsaker, Associate of Science, Nursing, magna cum laude. Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Adeline E. Barr, Associate of Science in Nursing, cum laude.
Macy K. Gardner, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Jaretzi R. Munoz, Associate of Science.
Isabel K. Wilkie, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Addison B. Corbin, Associate of Science, magna cum laude, and Certificate of Technical Education.
Alice Hales, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Ryan Ridpath, Associate of Science. Joy Menino, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Samantha M. Allred, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Paul B. Hill, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Kyle J. Horrocks, Associate of Business.
Jonas B. Davies, Associate of Science in Business, summa cum laude.
Caleb J. Bunker, Associate of Pre-Engineering, magna cum laude.
Jesse S. Betts, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Madison Bollender, Associate of Science.
Ellie A. Thomas, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Gavin L. Brown, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Tyler E. Johnson, Associate of Pre-Engineering, magna cum laude.
Isaac D. Conant, Associate of Science.
Logan Hansen, Associate of Science in Business, magna cum laude, Certificate of Proficiency.
Samantha N. Clark, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Caleb R. Dearden, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Madison M. Dearden, Associate of Science, cum laude.
Camry Kennison, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Michaela Jacobson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Amber Lynn Jensen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Nicole Moses, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Mara Thompson, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Sadie M. Nielsen, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
JC J. Erickson, Associate of Science, magna cum laude.
Thomas J. Beavers, Associate of Pre-Engineering and Associate of Science.
Lindsay F. Wakely, Associate of Science.
Jeremiah G. McCormick, Associate of Pre-Engineering, summa cum laude, and Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Sarah E. Haywood, Associate of Science, summa cum laude.
Well, congratulations, class of 2025. What a privilege for me to shake each one of your hands. Thank you so much. And thanks to Provost Austin, Associate Provost Allred, and Assistant Provost Stevens for their assistance in presenting our graduates' names. We also thank our Alumni Association for providing a keepsake for each graduate today. I'll now invite our student body president, Sarah Haywood, to the microphone for a brief remarks and the tassel changing ceremony. Before I turn the time over to Sarah, I must tell you what a privilege and joy it's been for me to work closely with her. Sarah is a gifted leader who is fun, organized, tenacious, and capable. We will miss her, and I know that she will be successful in everything she pursues. Sarah.
Hello, graduates and friends and family. My name is Sarah Haywood, like she said, and I've had the amazing opportunity and privilege to serve as your student body president over this past year, and I have loved every single second of it. And first, I would like to point out that there aren't many other schools where most of the students can relate because of what seems like hundreds of sheep taking up that entire road. But in all seriousness, Snow College has truly done more good for me than I could have ever imagined. The community and belonging you find here at Snow is unlike anywhere else. My favorite part of this year and being in this role has been getting to interact and connect with more of you. I may not know all of you personally, but I do know that each student here today had a part in creating the positive environment that we were all able to experience. Like me, you've probably been asked the same questions by almost everyone. Where are you going now, and what are you going to do? Now, some of us have it all figured out, and some of us don't. No matter what end you are on, that is totally okay. But something we can all work towards and answer is not what are you going to do, but who are you going to be? As you leave today, I want you to think about how you would answer that question. Because while life can get confusing, and there will be times where you'll need to pivot, who you are internally is the root of what you do. Roles and jobs will change throughout your life, but regardless of what you do, you will always have the opportunity to be who you want to be. Although I grew up 2.5 hours away from here, Ephraim will always be my home away from home. Attending Snow hadn't always been my plan, but the second I stepped foot on this campus, it just felt right. After graduating high school, my indecisive self was extremely nervous to come here, not knowing anyone or anything. I just wish I could go back and tell that 17-year-old girl just how happy this place will make her. In just 2 years, I have gained such a deep love for a place I used to be so unfamiliar with. This last month has been pretty hard for me, not just because of my busy schedule, classes, and finals, but because I don't like the thought of leaving the place that taught me so much and made me who I am today. I have found myself and gained more confidence in my abilities. There is so much truth in the saying that's written all over campus and has been said today already, which is students who find Snow College find themselves. I truly cannot thank Snow enough, and this will always be a place I return to and visit whenever I can. I have made lifelong and lasting connections all because I chose to come here. It's unique to live in a town where everyone can still find their place and belong. Snow College has the ability to provide opportunities for each and every student to succeed. We all come from different backgrounds and ways of life, and that's truly beautiful. And now, we all have that one thing that connects us. Because, one more time, once a Badger, always a Badger. Not only are we graduating today, but also honoring the growth we have all had during our time here at Snow. After today, we will all go our separate ways and achieve so much more. And that's what we're supposed to do. This era of our lives may be ending, and we may be moving on. But moving on doesn't mean to forget. It means to truly honor these experiences we have had. Now, before we move our tassels, I just want to give a huge thank you to you students, the phenomenal faculty and staff, and the whole community that has made Snow College the positive and amazing place that it is. I also want to thank all of my family, friends, roommates, and mentors that have been so supportive and loving towards me throughout this whole process. I wouldn't be standing up here today if it weren't for their encouragement. So, with that, congratulations, Snow College Class of 2025, and if you'll please stand and join me in one last thing. Grab your tassels and turn it from the right to the left. Thank you, Snow College, and go Badgers! You may now be seated.
All right, graduates, now it's time to take this opportunity to show your appreciation. Please stand and turn to face your teachers, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and all who have supported and encouraged you to get to this place today. Make eye contact with them and let them know how much their support has meant to you. Thank you, everyone. You can be seated now. Thank you so much to parents and teachers, family and friends for all you've done for these graduates. Immediately following this ceremony, you're invited to enjoy refreshments here on the Robert Stoddard Field. We'll now enjoy a closing number, our alma mater hymn by the Wind Symphony and Cadence Choir. After the singing, the Wind Symphony will perform as the platform party recesses. What a marvelous day we've had. We thank you all for being here to celebrate. Always remember this day. Always remember what you've accomplished. Always remember that we're your biggest cheerleaders and that Snow College is your home. And never, ever forget, one more time, once a Badger, always a Badger. Please arise for the singing of the alma mater hymn, whose words are on the inside cover of your program, and remain standing until the platform party has exited the stage. Dr. Nelson.